Welcome to the Crypto Teacher Stock Channel. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that everything is planned out. Now, guys, we're going to get into the stimulus package. And you know, on my channel, I give you the conscious side, what's really going on. But first, we're going to get into the numbers. Now, we have Mnuchin offers 1.6 trillion in stimulus. Now, guys, we know Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin are not running this. We know this is the New World Order, playing the Hegelian dialectic, Democrat versus Republican, divide and conquer, and of course, the masses fall for it. But we're just going to get into the details real quick. So it's $1,200. This is what they're proposing now. $1,200 for the adults, $500 for dependents. We have $250 billion for state and local governments, and basically it was $186 billion less than what the Democrats proposed, but up $100 billion than what was offered by the Republicans previously. $150 billion for education. Democrats wanted $225, but they're doing $150, so basically that's down about $75. Basically, for the unemployment, $400 per week for unemployment, $200 less than what the Democrats proposed, but up $100 more than what the Republicans originally offered. Now, basically, we have $175 billion for health care. Democrats wanted $249. Then also $10 billion for the United States Postal Service. Democrats wanted $25 billion. Then it was $15. So it's basically down $5 billion. We know the United States Postal Service definitely needs the money, but it's like I said, this is all the Hegelian dialectic. Now, $160 billion for PPP. Now, we know we already have over $1 trillion sitting there. They haven't even touched yet. But I'm going to touch bases on that. $120 billion for restaurant and entertainment venues. $20 billion for farms and ranchers. So that's the actual deal that's being proposed. Now we're going to get into the conscious side of things. We're going to get into reality. Now, basically, just like I stated, the New World Order runs this whole system. Now, let's start from the beginning, guys. How do we get to this point? So the fact is, basically, we have the C word that comes about, shuts down the economy, the government shuts it down. Does that make any sense? No, because of course, you need money to provide for you and your family. That's what your immune system is for, is to fight things. But of course, the masses fell for it, but we're here now. We know the C word was to do what? Slow down the currency, and then also bring in this digital economy. We know the digital economy is coming. I did the video on the economic forum. Never let a good crisis go to waste, because what? You can do things you never would have done before. But what did we see? We saw the middle class get destroyed, but the stock market go up. So the fact is that we saw the poor get poorer and the rich get richer right in front of your face. But the fact is, the reason why this happened, because the masses are so dumbed down, and that idiot box, the television, controls them. So they actually believe in the narrative that comes on. Now, we know that the New World Order always works off a plan. There's steps. And basically, I go over dates with you all the time. So we know it that we don't get a stimulus package now. We know for a fact we're going to get a stimulus package right before the holidays. Because we know what? Thanksgiving and Christmas, what's going to happen with the masses? The masses are going to turn around and give that money right back to the big corporation instead of investing. Now, guys, we know all these politicians are scripted. Everything they write, everything they say is definitely scripted, already planned out. Now, Mitch McConnell comes out and states that the $2.2 trillion was ridiculous. It was too much. And he does not see a package before the election. Now, guys, we understand and we know that government is supposed to work for the people. Now, we see the people struggling. And the masses see themselves struggling, but they cannot get themselves together to understand that the power is in the people, is in the masses. So basically, guys, you have 350 million people in the United States. And we clearly see what's going on in the United States. All these degree holders, and they cannot think for themselves. It's out of this world. It is amazing to see that we have so many more educated people when it comes to book smarts, but absolutely no common sense. So, guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Spread the video everywhere. And y'all have a wonderful day.
Too many people are willing to look at these people as miniature gods. And because they have achieved power, don't ask how did they get power or what they're going to do with the power, but just the fact that they have power makes them a god and therefore they worship them. This to me is unbelievable. People, I put in one of my books, we've got 20, 30 million degree holders in the United States. People who've earned a college degree, but they don't question.
What's going to happen in terms of another financial aid package? We've got millions of Americans who are out of work. We've got businesses, small and large, that are in crisis at this point through no fault of their own. Will we see another financial package to aid them before Election Day?
Well, the President and I are working hard on a bipartisan proposal. I spoke to Speaker Pelosi several times over the weekend. We had a conversation for about an hour yesterday, going through different aspects of it, and I expect I will come back with her later this afternoon and we'll deliver a response. So I think we'll have a very reasonable response, something that's very similar to what has been the bipartisan proposal that the Problem Solvers has worked on, and I hope we can get something done, because as you said, there are clearly still businesses out there, small businesses, that are impacted. We need more money for kids going to school. We need liability protection for small businesses to open the economy. And we're going to continue to work hard to try to get those results to the American people that are impacted.
Mr. Secretary, you're usually pretty even-keeled, and you are probably the person most in the administration who has reached across the aisle to try and have these conversations. Although I have gotten the sense lately that you've been a little frustrated, too. I just wonder, in those conversations with Speaker Pelosi, is it more or less contentious than the debate we saw last night?
Well, the Speaker and I have a relationship which it's all business. I think we're very effective in communicating with each other. In many cases, we do have things that we agree on, and we have things that there are differences. And we're trying to see if both of us can manage a package that gets some of what everybody wants.